Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 Reloaded. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Shikyo Sendo, also known as JW Ashtier. I write books and I play games. That's all I do, because my health sucks. Now, if you're interested in any of my books, I do write fantasy for fun. You can find pretty much anything I write on a Amazon page. I do have a link in the description and on the main page. Feel free to check it out if you want to. You're not obligated to buy anything. I do not ask you to, unless you're interested. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. It's one of my passions to become an author, so yeah. If you are coming back, welcome back. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, because I love Persona. Now, you may notice something kind of weird here. We're not in Tartarus. This is because to put it simply, between the last set and this set, the date of the first, or probably only, expansion for Persona 3 Reloaded was announced, the actual release date. I have the pass for it, so I'll be getting it. Sorry, my headset's acting up a little weird. I'm going to be trying to get it as soon as I can. It's going to be popping out on September 10th. Now, because of that, and me wanting to do it on release day, we have some ground to cover. So, I'm going to explain everything I did off screen, why I did it, this way. So, first and foremost, I beat the Reaper. It was around that time I found out about Persona 3 Reload's DLC coming out. Also, by the way, if you beat the Reaper, you get a jack ton of EXP now. Before, it was like, yeah, you get about maybe 10, 20 levels, but if you have a magic burst going on, you get like double your level pretty much at the beginning. So I got up to level 80 because of that. Immediately got the notification, thanks to Gamescom, that there is the release date. So I decided to do quick grinding. What I did was I lowered the difficulty to peaceful so I could just grind everyone's level. So we're now level 99. I would have still done that in between sets, because once you beat the Reaper the first time, you can pretty much beat him repeatedly afterwards. It's still difficult, but not as difficult. So I also have a lot of money. So yeah, everyone's now at max level. It is really, 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 really difficult to do. At a very low level. I got up to around 60 something, I think. I don't remember the exact level I was, because I've been doing this on and off. But I did get to a decent level, got a really good strong persona, and was able to beat him. So that was the only reason why I could beat him, because I got a good persona. I hope you understand me lowering the difficulty, because I really want to be able to do the episode expansion when it comes out, because I don't want to waste time on that. So to go through the persona we currently have, we still have Io. This is her stats. I decided to go a different route than I normally do with my personas. Basically, I decided to make them pretty much leaning into the third G. Yukari is required to use healing stuff to give her the boost, so she is a primarily white mage character with wind magic. So we have Diarahan, Matirahan, Samurai Karm. These are all spells to heal everyone, and resurrect everyone, or resurrect. I mean, a drop and shower. It's a cure. It's a Asuna on everyone, pretty much, and then Windam. Hermes for Junpei requires you to get pretty much hold on. Requires you to, sorry, that bugs me every time I do it. I didn't mean to do it for a while. Requires you to get a critical hit to do to get his 30 boost. So he has a lot of strong abilities. Later on, I'm going to try and find an accessory that will allow me to increase crit odds to make that easier for him. With Sonata, he needs to do buffing spells pretty much. He doesn't have a whole lot in his repertoire, so I kept him with the punching and the lightning, with Masaku Kaja being his quick 30 buff pretty much. Penthesilea, can't pronounce it. She requires you to cast status ailment based effects, so her two abilities here are pretty much straight into that aspect, with an ailment boost to increase the odds of them proccing. There are other ways of getting her to do this, like Martin Karn and Eerie Smile. I personally prefer being able to hit and getting the buff that way. That way, if I don't get the status element, I'm still doing damage. Palladian, hold on a second. Palladian requires physical attack spells. So she is mostly physically oriented with a healing spell, just in case. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Memory serves, you require weakness buffs? Let's take a look at yours. What was yours? Also, his SP needs to go down. So with Ken, I focus on keeping him with the light abilities and mostly focusing on SP-based casting. This way he'll be able to get his 30 up quickly because he's just popping out spells, instead of going straight into his physical-oriented attacks. He's also one of the very few characters that's able to use light spells outside the main character, so I want to have those ready to go. Kodomaru requires you to do elemental weaknesses. So we have his two elementals up, doing extra damage to those, plus a slash attack. And then we have Juno, who's just doing her best. And this is my go-to persona, Norn, which is my favorite persona. It's based around the Three Sisters of Fate in Nordic mythology, and I really like it. She's also probably the earliest persona you're going to get that has a severe level spell, in this case Pantere. This really helped out fighting the Reaper. So yeah, pretty much my go-to setup right now. With that being said, let us continue with the story. Oop. Today, we will be going to hang out with Fuka. These are the Arcana we need, all of these. This month is pretty much going to be us finishing up social links.
Oh, hi.
Or a lot of our level 9 social links, I should say.
Wow, there are so many choices. What do I pick? Special ramen bowl and an extra large side of rice? I am curious about that one, but it sounds like a lot of food.
Now, sadly, since I'm not romancing her, I don't have the proper options here. Let's see here.
Huh? You'd offer to eat that? Then the only thing I'd have is the big bowl of rice. I think I'll just go with the regular set meal. Okay, I'm ready to order. That was really good. It had a strong flavor, but went down so smoothly. Food from a restaurant always tastes so amazing. You know, before I moved into the dorm, I'd never really eaten out that much. My parents always said that eating at home would give me more time to study, And whenever we ate, that's all we'd talk about. My upcoming tests, my post-graduation plans. They even factored that into my diet. They said certain foods would boost my focus. I don't really remember how any of it tasted, though. I was always too high-strung to notice. I really didn't want to disappoint my family. That's why I tried so hard to meet their expectations. But all they ever said to me was, try harder. I was never good enough for them. And I think that's a big reason why I never had any confidence in myself. Oh, you know, the gyoza here was really good too, wasn't it? Lightly crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside. I'd like to try making some myself one day. Plus, I bet it would be fun to make it together with someone. Oh, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. I'd probably make so many mistakes. You think so? But if it doesn't come out well, wouldn't I just be wasting everyone's time? I'm a little afraid that it might turn out like that, actually. Oh, say, could I ask you for one more favor? I'm thinking I'll take this opportunity to study how to make gyoza, like the ones here, just so I have more options when cooking for everyone.
Alright, so we're probably gonna have to spend some money to level her up. Alright, tonight we're hanging out with Akihiko. By watching a DVD.
Just from looking at a single jab, you can tell how different everything is at the top level. And not only are both fighters strong, they each have their own unique fighting style. What kind of fighter is your favorite? I get that. The essence of boxing is to land hits without getting hit yourself. I tend to rely on footwork in my matches too. But someday, I'm hoping to master the style of infighting. Now that I'm watching these again, I can see there's a lot to learn from professional matches. Plus, when I do it here, I have someone to discuss things with. Let's do this again next time you're free.
Sounds good to me. Ooh.
There's something worth looking at from here.
The moon is almost perfect.
It'll be full in just 3 more days.
So it would seem. I have no intention of relinquishing my abilities and living an empty life. To continue existing as we are, or to die powerless.
I hear you. I know how important this is to you, Takaya. To us, we can't afford to lose it. And besides...
Jin?
If the Dark Hour disappears, we might forget everything that happened. Won't we? I'd forget you and Chidori, the things we did together, our time at the facility. All of it. To me, that's a fate worse than death. I couldn't care less if that damned facility got erased from my memory. Having this uncontrollable power forced on us, watching everybody we knew disappear one by one. There's just one thing I refuse to forget. Back when I was trapped in that living hell, you spoke to me. Thanks to what you said, I learned how to keep myself going. Your words gave my life meaning, Takaya. If I forget that, I won't have any reason to be alive. It may not be much of a purpose compared to yours. It was just a couple of words, I know. But they meant the whole world to me. So I can't lose this fight either.
Is that so? Well then, why don't we find out together? Whom will fate elect to choose? Them or us?
Right.
Alright. Today's Tanaka is Myoho Muramasa, which is a sword. I'm actually gonna grab that. Bye. Alright, we're gonna go to the roof. Not what I want to go to. Get them golden tomatoes. Alright. Another golden tomato sprout. Alright. Let's see what these do. Ooh. That's actually really useful. Alright. Town. Polonia. We're gonna go to the Velvet Room and actually do a side quest with Aigis.
Good. I've been waiting for you.
She wants to visit our room.
So, this is your current domicile, the student dormitory. So this is your room. I've never seen many of these items before. If I might be permitted to ask, when I made the request to visit your room, did it make you a little suspicious? In truth, there is something I wanted to tell you. During my forays into your world, I encountered a great many things. Every single one of our outings is a treasured memory, each one a polished, glittering gem. Walking around the crowded Port Island streets, sampling the local cuisine, idling the hours away at the shrine, even visiting your school for a day. And I came to a realization. I had been subconsciously requesting to visit locations that were more and more central to your life. And today, I endeavored to visit the one place in your world where I could learn the most about you. That is the reason as to why I requested to visit your room. If I may be so bold, do you recall the day you gave me a tour of your school? There was a moment where I mentioned that I felt very fulfilled when I touched you. It was the first time I'd ever felt that way. I thought to myself, why did I feel so fulfilled? But after coming all the way here, I finally found my answer. I believe it's because I had the chance to walk in your shoes. Those of us who reside in the Velvet Room wait with great anticipation for our guests. Their arrival is our only link to the outside world and gives us a reason for being. When I'm together with you, I can have that all for myself. Let me put it more plainly. I'm rather naive to the ways of your world, and there must have been many times when I behaved quite strangely. However, even I understand the significance of inviting a gentleman into his own room. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love for you to guide me through it. Thank you. I feel as if I've become an entirely different person compared to when I first set foot in your world. side any longer. I fear I will forget my duties entirely. But I understand that wouldn't be ideal for you. That is why I am drawing the line. No more visits here. I shall remain on my side. Thank you very much for acting as a guide on my journey of discovery. I am truly grateful. Now then, though the sorrow may be sweet, let us part.
Obviously, they played games. I mean, that's the only thing that would happen between a man and a woman alone in a room, right?
Are you
Right?
accepting a request? Wonderful.
Ooh, I can now fuse Lucifer. Score.
Looking forward to. Of course. You have my thanks.
I'll work on that later. Alright, so now that's done. Naganaki Shrine. Draw Fortune. That's fine. Crap. Forgot that takes up time. Luckily... Rewind. Hmm. Well, this might be a little trickier than I thought. Luckily, we should still have plenty of time to make up for it.
Good.
I'll skip through this again. Alright. Grab Lucifer.
Are you accepting a request? Let's hear the result.
Alright, work on making him later. So that's done. We are going to hang out... Square? Yeah. Akanari.
Right. Thank you. I've been writing more of my story. How much did I tell you about? Oh, right. The pink alligator and the bird became friends, right? This was the alligator's first friend, and he was very happy. They started going to the river every day, and the alligator would listen to the little bird sing. But the pink alligator still had trouble hunting because of his color. He was so terribly easy to spot, and his prey always had plenty of time to escape. Eventually, he became so hungry that he grew dizzy. And one afternoon, he accidentally ate the bird as it slept in his mouth. Of course, he immediately realized what he'd done. He drank swamp water to vomit his friend back up. But he was too late. The bird was already dead. After that, he couldn't bring himself to eat anything. That's as far as I've written. I haven't decided on an ending yet.
And we gotta say, it sounds really depressing.
Oh, is it really that dark? For me, it's hard to tell. The words I use come from my own life. I don't really have a point of reference. But I see. So, this is depressing for others. You know, when I mentioned I was writing a diary, that was a lie. I was writing my will. I couldn't face reality, and I was essentially screaming curses into my notebook. For now, though, I'm writing my story in the same notebook. It probably isn't very good, but it contains some things that I've learned during my short life. When it's done, I'd like you to be the first to read it. Meeting you is why I started writing it, you know?
Feel bad for him.
I've been trying to come up with a good ending, but I just can't decide, and I'm running out of time. I've got to go now, but I hope to see you again.
Alright. You know what cheers me up after hanging out with him? Hanging out with Kodomaru. Kodomaru and Yukari.
I'm beat. You're too fast for me, Koro-chan. I bet you're having fun, though. Alright, knock yourself out. I wonder if Koro-chan's as hyped up as I am. There's only 2 days left. I'm feeling pretty anxious about it. Everything will work out, I'm sure. Oh, welcome back. You sure are as playful as always. What's that you got there? Wow, you found something good. You've got quite an eye there, Koro-chan. You look pretty pleased with yourself. Well then, why don't we head back?
Good thing too, because I'm kind of low on those. I need to check to make sure I have my difficulty set to the proper level now. It should be set to normal. Config. Yeah, good. Alright. So we did that. We're going to hang out with the Emperor today.
Regarding the incident from the other day, with the cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom, it seems the teachers want the student expelled as soon as we find out who it is.
What?
Well, I guess we should have
It does
expected
hurt the
that.
school's reputation.
I'll keep everyone posted on this. That's all for now. Expulsion, huh? So, what do you think about all of this? About the smoker's punishment, I mean.
Gotta say, it seems too harsh.
Yes, I think so too. Once I catch the culprit, I'll give him a good talking to. The goal here should be to prevent this from happening again. I'm not counting on it, but it'd be great if I could get people like him to change their ways. I don't sympathize with students who break the rules, but does kicking the bad kids out really make the school a better place? It's really not like me to whine about it. I guess I'm just confused because I feel so powerless. If I can go above and beyond this time and earn the teacher's trust, my ward will hold more weight around here. Just you watch. I'll work my way to the top.
Yeah. At least it's no longer just, you know, bum rushing attacking people for the smallest infractions. I think when we first met him, he would have. Like, yeah, expel him.
I still have some work left to do. I need to compile a list of suspects. You can head on out of here. And take care.
Tomorrow will finally be our last operation. Yeah, we've been through so much over the last half year or so. Don't you think?
guess it flew by.
Hey, it was way better than just doing nothing, right? Besides, we made some new friends.
Yes, that's true.
Not a single thing we've done has been for nothing. It's been 2.5 years since I got this power. And it's been worth it.
Sanada-san.
Don't forget, we got to meet Koro-chan too. Still, 2.5 years is a long time, Sanada-senpai. Oh, wait. It's been even longer for Aigis, hasn't it?
I was in stasis for much of that time, so I haven't been operational for very long.
How about you, Kirijo-senpai? You got your start before Sanada-san, right?
Me? Yes, it was just me at first. Of course, C's wasn't around back then, and this was just a regular dorm.
Did the chairman recruit you too?
No, he didn't. I've been aware of the Dark Hour since I was a child. Once, my father's research team was ambushed by shadows while they were investigating Tartarus. When I witnessed the attack, I awakened to my persona.
That's what happened?
Apparently, I was the first ever to reliably control my persona. If that had never happened, then maybe none of you would be going through this right now.
Senpai.
Someone would have gotten involved eventually. It's not like we could just ignore what the shadows do to people.
I suppose that's true.
Been a minute since we leveled up Wool.
Tomorrow is our last operation, so make sure to rest up tonight.
Yay! SMRS already. Nice. Those should go on to Junpei, I'd say. No. Ah! Oh, that was a waste of money. Oh, actually, the Hari is pretty good. Yeah, let's put that on there. Why not? Alright, we're gonna read them, or do a thing on here. We're gonna do... Where is it? We're gonna read the assassin note. Which has been enhanced. When attacking an enemy from behind, you will now inflict distress without fail. Nice! Alright, let's do this.
End of the Moonlight Bridge.
I feel I should mention this real quickly. I forgot to mention this earlier. Because I want to get this done in time for the DLC release, I'm going to be uploading multiple sets of these for the next 2 weeks. So it very well could be, depending on how many I record, because I'm going to keep recording until I finish this game. It very well could be 2 weeks of just Persona 3. It could just be 6 sets, depending on how it goes. Could be less, could be more. But I'm going to try my best to get it all done in time. So, yeah.
The 12th and final shadow.
So this is it.
And as we expected, I'm detecting more Persona users nearby. It's Strega.
They know this is their last chance. We expected as much, but don't be careless.
So, it's them.
Saves us the trouble of looking for them.
You've all fought admirably thus far. This will be our last operation. Let's all come back safely.
Got it.
Roger that.
Of course.
All right. Let's go do this.
Yes.
I trust you know what is at stake today. You claim you hunt the shadows to prevent the disaster they bring. Yet, countless lives are lost each day, even without their intervention. The ability to use a persona is not in itself evil. You have no reason to forsake it. So, why not just admit it? You do not truly wish to eliminate the Dark Hour. You are merely deceiving yourselves in the pursuit of self-satisfaction. I don't think you truly believe that. You are foolish children indeed. Erasing the Dark Hour is the same as erasing yourselves. How can you not even conceive such a thought? Your imprudence is truly beyond comprehension. As I believed, our goals are irreconcilable. It's time, Jin.
What a bunch of fools. I can't stand to look at you.
Fate shall decide which of us will remain. Come then.
I don't think it's fate that's going to decide that. I think it's me killing the Reaper like 22 times in a row. That's how many times I killed him. Actually, no, 11 times. Because I was able to get an item or a card from an Arcana card that doubled the items I got. So I got 22 bloody buttons, which sold for 100,000 a pop. It was nuts.
What to do?
I have to do this.
Shall I move to strike?
How about this?
Nah, come on.
Activating.
Blade, move out.
Alright, that's enough of a warm-up. It's time for the real deal. Here. You. Go for it. This will be your end.
Oh, that's cool.
Out of my way.
But cool, I mean horrifying.
They can coordinate their attacks too? Try not to let them target your weaknesses.
It appears you have more than just luck on your side. So be it. Death to all fools.
Oh no.
That was close.
Aha!
I'll go with.
Magaradine. Yeah, now they're no longer like, you know, need to demonstrate that they can do that type of thing.
Thank you for your
Now I can
support.
damage them proper.
I was careless.
You're back in the fight. Now it's our turn.
Send us a letter.
It is time.
Persona.
Come on.
I comprehend.
I got rid of Jin.
Jin, you are going to pay for that.
Why do you care?
Fighting others with the same power, and what difficult opponents they are. Look at how you squander your potential. It's beyond comprehension. Persona.
Ha! Nice. Alright, time to knock out Takaya.
What next? I won't lose.
That was close.
I'll hit them where it hurts. I'll show you.
I hit them where it hurts with a giant ice cube.
This can't be. We still lost. So, us experiments can't even stand up to a naturally awakened persona.
Experiments?
For us, it's not so simple. Our powers weren't awakened naturally. We can't even use them without straining our bodies. Don't you remember what your dead pal was carrying?
So you were giving Shinji the suppressants.
You guys don't have the slightest clue what'll happen if the Dark Hour disappears, do you? It won't matter for normal people, since they don't remember anything anyway. But without the Dark Hour, even Persona users like us will...
Jin, that's enough. Now then, ordinarily we would withdraw here. But that is not an option tonight. This body, ephemeral though it may be, is worthless without my power. Therefore, I've only one choice. I shall prove my existence here and now. What are you doing?
Don't be so reckless!
Jin?
Sorry, but... I haven't forgotten what you said to me. You win. Go on and defeat the Shadow. Maybe then you'll see what you've been fighting for this whole time.
Wait a sec. Don't tell me you're gonna jump.
I'd rather die than surrender to you. Take a good look. This is how we live.
They jumped.
What the hell?
Don't let it get to you. They chose how they wanted to go out.
We're not done here yet. Our real target is waiting. Let's just focus on that for now.
Leader!
Alright, let's do this. Heal up. Let's go.
Yes. This is the final battle. I'll do everything I can to support you. Just please be careful out there.
That's so disturbing.
I think that's the Shadow's main body floating up there. If it's that high, your attacks won't have the range to reach it. Wait, but I'm picking up similar readings from those statues down there. There's a connection with the floating target. I'm sure of it.
Not even my arrows can reach that far.
Not sure why not.
Target is out of range. Yes, I'll protect you.
I guess you have a gun. You should be able to shoot him. I'm gonna keep my third G for now. I did get two new third Gs for
What next?
Makoto as well. I was able to get 80-something% of the personas unlocked.
I'll hit them where it hurts. Too late for you now.
The rest I couldn't unlock because they are locked behind items.
What's the plan here? Go for it. Hephaestus!
Activating. This is my cue.
Alright. Get down here, buddy.
The main body is down. It looks like it loses the ability to fly when you take out those statues.
I believe it has the ability to regenerate those statues. I've always killed it in the one round when it lands every single time anyway. Because usually by now I've already done my Reaper run anyway. Alright. Scarlet Havoc. I believe once we get Lucifer, I might be able to do the... Oh, you chick. Okay, so he does go back up. I might be able to get another one. I guess it's on crack right now. She'll kick your ass.
This will do the trick. I'll show you.
Ooh, myriad arrows too? Myriad arrows may be a weak damage, but it does so many attacks that it can actually sometimes be stronger than most heavy or even colossal damage, which is great. What are you doing?
I'm getting an unusual energy reading from the main body.
Stab. Would you kindly stop?
It's getting more aggressive. Watch out for stronger attacks.
What to do? Come.
Alright, Fatare.
Should I scan on this enemy?
Scan it.
Okay. Here's
Oh, hey, cheers.
What next?
Cyclone Arrow. I can't wait to see her, Mitsuru's, and everyone else's second Thurgy. I'm really curious about Aigis's.
I'm picking up a powerful reading from this statue. This one's not like the others. Let's do what we can to take it down.
Okay.
Should I scan on this enemy? Okay, here's what I found.
Okay. Ignores it, so why not? I guess you'd be so kind. Again with Grim Transcendence. Magyarn, no one's weak to it, I believe. God's Hand. Should hurt a little bit. Oh dear lord, you're gonna be a dick, ain't you? Kunda. Oh, what are you preparing for? Please?
I think I can use it now.
Alright, perfect.
I'll go with North.
Pull the trigger. Help me.
We should be able to finish him off in this round. Maybe not.
What's the plan here? Head this away.
Oh, I guess. You really saved our bacon there.
over?
The operation is over. Or should I say, mission complete.
Yes. It's finally over.
Leader, I believe a celebration is in order. What will be our victory cheer? One, two, three. Let's eat.
Let's... eat?
What was that? Huh. I wonder if Aigis-san can even get hungry.
So, Kirijo-senpai, you're gonna help us with the victory party tomorrow, right?
You certainly don't waste any time. Well, I do suppose we've earned it.
Well, in that case, how about sushi?
Sushi, huh? It has been a while. Well, I've got dibs on the halibut and sea urchin.
Oh, then I call the fatty tuna.
Oh, we're divvying it up already? Can I get the salmon roe then?
Hey, wait a minute! You can't do that!
I reserve the fatty tuna, bluefin, shrimp, squid, scallops, and sea eel.
Hey, that's not fair! You don't even eat!
How immature. Fighting over sushi. Mitsuru-san, please order tamago for me. They say you can tell a chef's skill by how he prepares eggs.
Tamago is literally just omelets. But Japanese omelets are a bit different than Western omelets. They're a lot more how do I put it? There's sort of a art to it. You have to get it just as it's about to solidify, but still a little bit runny. So kind of like a not fried egg, a sunny side up egg almost.
A chef's skill? Jeez, how old are you again?
Okay, okay. I'll have the very best delivered tomorrow.
You mean it? Oh man, I'm so glad I'm still alive!
Junpei, you can have the leftover dried gourd roll.
What? But it was my idea in the first place!
I guess it's time to say goodbye to the Dark Hour. Even though it seemed like a curse, for some reason I feel sad to see it go.
Yeah.
We really did it, didn't we?
Yes, we've saved the world, even if no one knows it.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much just set for a couple cutscenes for a while.
Good morning.
Hello.
This is the first time we've talked during the day. Isn't this weather lovely? This really is the start of a new day for both of us. All the fragments of my memory are finally back together. I understand my purpose now. The time has come. I know this is going to hurt, but there's something I have to tell you. This is goodbye. For you and me. In my eyes, our friendship was a miracle. I want you to know that. But even miracles don't last forever. If only they did. I'll always treasure the time we had together. Today may be the end, but the bond between us can never be severed. Remember that.
So now we get the final arcana, or the final persona of the Death Arcana. Honestly, probably one of the most badass personas in the game. In my personal opinion. We've unlocked Thanatos, the Bringer of Death. We've actually already seen Thanatos. Very beginning of the game, when Orpheus was first summoned, he was ripped apart by another persona. That was Thanatos. There is a reason why. I'll give a little explanation as to why it is later on. But Thanatos, he is the Greek god of death. Typically depicted, as a man with a crown of butterflies, which is kind of interesting. Thanatos isn't like the Grim Reaper in terms of having a cloak and a scythe or skeletal or anything like that. He's also not there just to usher your soul onto the other side. No, he will go to you as you are dying and wrestle your soul out of your body. It is the ancient Greeks' explanation for the death spasms. It's literally Thanatos wrestling you and ripping the soul from your body, and then dragging you to Hades, to Hades, because there's no other place, or Elysium, I guess, but it's still in Hades technically. But that is what Thanatos is, and whew, I'm definitely going to make him, and I'm definitely going to use him.
It was fun while it lasted so long.
Like I said, Thanatos is one of my favorite persona. There are other ones I like, but Thanatos, peak design. Oh, we actually have time. Can I? There we go. Can I actually go anywhere? No, I can't. You know, I'm gonna let these cutscenes play out. It's probably gonna take a bit of time. But like I said, I'm trying to get this as much covered as possible.
Damn, this is some primo sushi.
Let's actually have a quick look at that. I see Thai tuna. I see the salmon roe. There's egg sushi. Or the tamago. Yeah. It actually looks a lot better than it did in the original. Before, it was literally just the casing with PNG sushi over top of it. So it looks better.
The slices are huge.
Man, I'm starving. Can we eat?
Hey, where are Aige-san and Ikutsuki-san?
He took her to the lab for a tune-up or something. He said they'll join us later.
The chairman just can't stay away from the lab, can he?
That must be my father. We've been waiting for you.
So it's finally over then.
That's right. Who's he?
Can't you tell? That's Kirijo-senpai's dad. She looks exactly like him.
You think so?
Congratulations, everyone. You've done well. No words can express my gratitude. Though you'll never receive the recognition you deserve, your achievement was truly monumental.
Thank you, really.
To you, I owe a special thanks for lending us your power until the very end.
Oh, it was no big deal.
Thanks to you, the 12 shadows behind all this chaos have been destroyed. You've carried this burden long enough. You deserve a chance to experience the joys of youth. As of midnight tonight, the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad will be disbanded.
Disbanded?
Oh, right.
No longer must you risk your lives in battle. Tomorrow, you can triumphantly return to a normal school life. Is something the matter?
It's nothing.
All right, everyone. It's time to celebrate. Your feast awaits. And don't worry about holding back. Eat as much as you'd like.
Sweet! Freaking finally! Listen up, everyone. Now that we're good and stuffed, how about we take a picture together?
A picture?
Actually, I did try to take one last night. Except I forgot it doesn't work during the dark hour.
You mean you brought a camera with you to the battle?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was our last battle and all. Excuse me, mister. You mind taking our picture?
I feel like such a tourist. But you know, I do kind of want a picture too.
Oh, wait. Yakutsuki-san and Aigus aren't here. I guess we'll have to take another one later. Alright, everyone, get together. Come on, squeeze in tight. Everyone, get real close to me.
You want me close too?
No, not you.
Jeez, don't make the poor camera guy wait all day. Hey, we're good to go. You can take the picture whenever.
How's this for a pose?
Hey, get your hand out of my face!
Is it just me, or did this not get my good side? We'll just take another one when Aigus and Akutsuki-san get back, alright?
Yes, yes, we hear you. I could really get used to this worry-free lifestyle.
How about you, Koro-chan? Are you excited for all this meat?
Hey, how come nobody's eating? Don't tell me you're full already.
Are you kidding? I'm stuffed.
Yeah, me too. I could need another bite.
How about you, Senpai?
I'm good for now.
Nah, suit yourself. Oromaru, you hungry?
Don't give the dog raw fish. You'll make him sick.
Aigus and Akutsuki-san sure are running late. And just look at the time. It's almost midnight. The hell?
Those guys in the suits transmogrified.
The Dark Hour's still happening? Senpai, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Guess I was right to have my doubts.
Yeah, something didn't feel right.
Say what?
Hey, did you hear that? It sounds like a bell, but where's it coming from?
Where's Ikutsuki? And he hasn't even called. What could he be doing with Aigus that's making him so late?
Mitsuru?
Everyone, prepare to move out. We're heading for Tartarus.
To do what?
I don't know, but that's where the sound is coming from. We have to find out what's going on.
Yakutsuki-san.
Aigus? What are you doing here?
Sorry. It's obvious something fishy, sketchy going on with these two. But I like the mental image of Ikutsuki and Aigus just standing here for the past 5 hours, just like, oh man, it's gonna be so cool when they get here, and midnight hits. Like, yeah, look at me, I'm gonna pose. And maybe let's pose like this.
She's simply here to fulfill her role. As a weapon, that is.
What? Kutsuki-san! What are you trying to pull?
You said the Dark Hour and Tartarus would disappear if we defeated the 12 Shadows. That's why we've been fighting this whole time. So why?
What are you trying to accomplish? Destroying the shadows, getting rid of the Dark Hour. It was all a lie, wasn't it? You've known since the beginning.
Excellent deduction, Kirijo-kun. Unfortunately, you're too little too late.
No. You tricked us?
It's all going just as I planned. It's no accident that the Dark Hour and Tartarus continue to exist. I never intended for you to rid the world of them. Quite the opposite, in fact.
What do you mean?
The 12 Shadows were parts of a whole. They were destined to be reunited. And thanks to your diligence, that destiny has been fulfilled. Death, the Almighty, shall soon arise and bring forth the fall.
Death?
What are you saying? Why would you want that?
There have been a few Arcana that have yet to appear. Out of the bosses, they're all based around the Arcana. The very first one we fought was the Fool. I believe, if memory serves. That or was the Magician. The only ones that haven't appeared were Death and the Judgment. Aeon, which is in the listing, is technically not an official, air quotes, Arcana. It's often left out of Terra decks, or used in very specific Terra decks. It's often changed with the world as well. But yeah, Death is one of the Arcanas we have yet to face.
The end shall come and free this world from despair. It will be the death of everything, but also the beginning.
What is he saying? Is he out of his mind?
You see, I too was a scientist on the project 10 years ago. The experiment did go awry, but that wasn't the reason the Dark Hour and Tartarus came to be. They manifested as a result of harvesting the Shadow's power, just as the experiment was designed to do. That's why your grandfather gathered so many shadows, to initiate the fall.
That can't be.
Humanity has overrun this world, turning it into a barren void in the process. The only hope of salvation lies in ruin. According to the prophecy, the fall will be orchestrated by a prince. And once he has delivered us all, he shall rule the new world as king. The attempt years ago failed, but the time has come at last. I am that prince.
This is insane. Are you serious with this shit?
I do apologize for deceiving you, but all your hard work has paved the way for the future. Stay at my side for just a bit longer, and you too will find salvation.
Find it how? By dying?
I have a question for you.
And what's that?
In that video from my dad, he said the shadows had to be defeated. Was that a lie too?
That was in fact his recording. Of course, I had to modify it to my specifications.
You doctored it?
Such an unsavory way to phrase it. Your father, Eiichiro Takeba, was a superb scientist. He didn't know me at the time, but I truly respected him. While others focused on the Shadow's abilities, his research led him somewhere far deeper. But unfortunately, he couldn't comprehend the magnificent potential of the fall.
What? He left that recording at the expense of his life.
So it seems. But it did come in quite handy. I'm sure he'd be happy knowing that.
So you were behind it all? You used my dad! And me too!
Used is such an ugly word. It had to be done for the sake of the world.
Our job is to right the wrongs of the past. And we intend to do just that.
Senpai, what are you...
I was hoping you'd be able to see the light. But you are just kids, after all. Maybe my expectations were too high. I guess it's time you fulfilled your role. Capture them and prepare them for sacrifice.
Understood. Energy output at maximum.
Aigis, what's wrong? Aigis, please!
Engaging.
What's going on here?
What the hell?
What is this?
Damn it! I can't get these off!
Father!
Ikutsuki, what is the meaning of this?
It's exactly what it looks like. They are our sacrifices. Harbingers of the fall. All the pieces are in place. And now, the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
What? Bastard! You're full of shit!
My, how lively. I guess...
Affirmative.
Father!
You traitor! Are you insane?
Far from it. You know, your father was an unfortunate man. After all this time, even his own son can't comprehend his vision.
My father was wrong. Death as deliverance is an ideology no one should ever embrace.
You fool. You've become nothing but a burden. I guess this man will be our first sacrifice. Now, deliver unto him.
No! Please, Aigis, don't!
What are you doing, Aigis? Fine! I'll do it myself! 10 years. I've wasted 10 long years. I am not like your father. I won't make any exceptions. Blast it! Aigis, execute the sacrifices now! I'm putting an end to this!
Aigis!
Hey, come on, I know you wouldn't do this!
Do it, Aigis! a machine? I'll do it!
Koromaru!
It's all over, Chairman.
You don't get it, do you? Why do you waste your time searching for a reason to live in this broken world? There's no point to it at all. The only possible way to fix this is to start over! Yes, I was chosen. I'm going to be the god of the new world! What a shame. I was so close.
How did it come to this?
Ikutsuki-san!
Father! Father! Father. My father once made a promise. He swore he would atone for putting our generation in danger, even if it cost him his life. But I wanted him to live. I became a persona user so I could protect him.
Excuse me. Well, actually,
Another heavy set, huh? Hopefully I can save soon.
looks like they cleared out the chairman's room.
Well, no surprise there.
Ikis isn't here either.
I just can't believe all this. It's in the papers, too. Kirijo Group CEO dies suddenly. They're blaming it on an illness, though.
Yeah, it's never the truth.
Nope.
Kirijo-senpai's not here, huh?
She's an only child, so there's a lot to be settled. Like the funeral and the family business. She'll probably have her hands full for at least a week.
That sounds rough. I hope she'll be okay.
So, what are we supposed to do now? What all happened to Chidori?
No word yet. They're probably too busy to be thinking about that. In fact, the entire Kirijo group must be in a state of panic.
I hope Ikis is okay.
Yeah.
Man. I want to hear what they have to say, but they haven't made a peep. Am I supposed to just wait for them to get their act together?
Mitsuru's meeting with the company execs. Might explain the delay.
Yeah, but still, what are we going to do? We have no idea how to get rid of the Dark Hour. We don't even know who to fight now. He kept saying stuff about the fall. What would have happened if we were sacrificed?
So many unanswered questions.
Yeah. But standing around here isn't gonna solve anything, right?
True, but there is one thing we know. Tartarus is still around and shadows are swarming the place. We should train so we're ready for whatever we might be up against.
Right.
Alright, that's it for tonight. Try to get some rest, even if you can't sleep.
Okay.
Roger that.
Oh, right! Yukari-chan!
What's this? A disc?
There were traces of a video on the chairman's PC. A lot was deleted, but I was able to restore some of it. And, well, I think it's something you need to see.
Thanks, Fuka. I'll be sure to watch this later.
Just don't forget.
So it's just a normal DVD? Alright, let's see what's on here. Oh, there we go.
I can only hope that this recording reaches someone with a conscience.
Isn't this that video?
My employer has become obsessed with a loathsome idea. This experiment should never have been conceived. That's why I had to do something to put a stop to it. However, in doing so, I released a number of shadows that are certain to torment future generations. But I didn't have a choice. If I didn't do this, it could have destroyed the entire world. Please, you need to listen very carefully. Whatever you do, it is imperative that you do not hunt the shadows that have dispersed.
This part's...
I wasn't able to do anything to stop this madness. He won't listen to a word I say. He's been seduced by the devil's temptations. Those monsters will try to reunite and become one again. If they succeed, then we're all doomed. I'll say it once more. Do not go after the shadows that were released!
This is the original video. The real one. Before Akutsuki went and tampered with it. Dad was trying to put a stop to the experiment.
There's not much hope for me now. I have just one request. Whoever finds this, please give my daughter Yukari this message. I know I promised I'd be home soon, and I'm sorry to break that promise. But I want you to know, as your father, I was never happier in my life than when I was with you.
This really is my dad.
I love you, Yukari. Please, take care of yourself.
Dad? Dad? I know one thing for sure now. I was right to believe in you. I'm doing okay. It took a while, but I finally got your message.
And we finally evolved Yukari's persona into Isis, who is the goddess, Egyptian goddess of medicine and healing. So, perfect. And her new Thurgy Tranquility next magic attack will deal double. Oh, nice, for all allies.
I'll fight for what I believe in. That's what you would have wanted. Right, Dad?
I could break the game with that ability. Alright, we're going to call it here. We've been going on more than long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this set. I'll see you guys next time. We'll continue from here. We can leave. I'm going to go make Thanatos and do what I need to do. I'll see you all in the next one, which I'll be recording very soon. But till then, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.